A man worth $100 million pumps his own gas in a small town of 3,700 people. No security, no mansion. This is Dave Chappelle. In 2005, he walked away from $50 million at his career peak. He flew to South Africa without telling anyone.
I called my brother. Yeah. Me and my brother real cool. I called him up.
The media called him crazy. 10 years later, Netflix paid him $60 million with complete creative control. Today, he lives on an Ohio farm, proving real wealth isn't luxury, it's freedom. In 2005, Dave stood at the absolute peak of American comedy. Chappelle's show was the highest-rated program in Comedy Central history. Season 1's DVD became the best-selling television DVD ever released. Comedy Central placed a $50 million contract on the table for seasons 3 and 4, one of the largest deals in television comedy history. In every executive's mind, this was a done deal. Nobody walks away from generational wealth. But Dave was watching himself transform from fearless artist into sanitized corporate product.
I don't even understand how anybody can say, I guess 50 million is not enough. I didn't understand that. And then he disappeared.
Dave vanished to Africa without warning, and the media immediately weaponized his absence to destroy him. The media lost its mind when Dave disappeared. The New York Post dubbed him Crazy Chap. Entertainment Weekly spread rumors he checked into a mental health facility in South Africa. The same outlets that built him into a superstar immediately pivoted to tearing him down.
The worst thing to call somebody is crazy, is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. These people are not crazy, they're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
The crazy narrative served a specific purpose. If Dave was mentally unstable, his rejection could be dismissed as irrational, but Dave knew exactly why he left, and his reasons revealed a dark truth about Hollywood. Dave explained what was happening behind Chappelle's show. Executives crowded the creative room, dictating his voice.
I would go to work on the show and I felt awful every day. And that's not the way it was. I felt like some kind of prostitute or something. Like, if I feel so bad, why I keep showing up to this place? I'm going to Africa.
The word prostitute was deliberate. He was selling something he no longer believed in. Going to Africa was reclaiming his humanity. He saw what happened to black entertainers who stayed. Dave wasn't walking away blindly. He studied what happened to other black entertainers who took the money.
What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, they are trying to kill me? Yeah.
He was talking about real breakdowns from strong people.
Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take her clothes off on TRL?
He saw patterns everywhere. Eddie Murphy isolated in Beverly Hills. Richard Pryor spiraling under pressure. These weren't coincidences. Dave chose Yellow Springs, Ohio instead. Rather than buying a 40,000-square-foot mansion overlooking the Hollywood sign, Dave retreated to a 65-acre farm in Yellow Springs, Ohio. Population 3,700 people. White fences, quiet pastures, and fresh air. In Yellow Springs, Dave gets to be a normal person. He shops at local stores, pumps his own gas, and shows up at city council meetings like any concerned resident.
I would say Chappelle. Chappelle's probably the most successful guy that's genuinely happy.
Through Iron Table Holdings, LLC, he buys local property to protect his community from big corporations. Dave built his quiet life in Ohio, but he also built something else, leverage, and when he was ready, he used it. Dave owns significant property in Yellow Springs through Iron Table Holdings, LLC. Some residents weren't happy. They raised gentrification concerns. Dave showed up to the village council meeting. When things got heated, he delivered a message.
You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
Dave wasn't making empty threats. He owned enough property that pulling out would impact the town. His point was accountability. Also, when you have real power, you don't prove it. The silence was ending. For 10 years, one of comedy's greatest minds was practically a ghost in Hollywood. He wasn't chasing the spotlight. He was living quietly, occasionally dropping into Seattle parks to perform free stand-up. The world thought Dave was done, but this wasn't surrender. It was recalibration.
He's somebody who sacrificed everything for what was important to him.
Yes.
Came back and then still beat the game.
Dave was manufacturing scarcity, the one thing the industry can't produce. When he finally returned, the audience hadn't moved. It had waited. Dave spent 10 years building leverage, and when he returned, the price tag was historic. In 2016, Netflix dropped a bombshell. They signed Dave to a $60 million deal for 3 comedy specials. That's $20 million per special, roughly $330,000 for every minute on stage. But the money wasn't the significant part. The terms were. Unlike Comedy Central, this deal included creative control and ownership rights.
That Dave Chappelle chooses to joke about bring Netflix profit, Dave Chappelle will always have a home at Netflix.
Netflix needed Dave more than Dave needed Netflix. Every controversy drove viewership. Dave secured the bag with complete control, but the real power was what he chose to do with it. Dave's broke lifestyle conceals a substantial real estate portfolio. Through Iron Table Holdings, LLC, he's acquired multiple properties, commercial buildings, land parcels, development sites, making him one of Yellow Springs' most significant property owners. Some residents were unhappy about his systematic buying. Dave showed up at council meetings arguing for reform. His farm doubles as a venue for legendary juke joint parties. A-list comedians perform in a field for hundreds. His real estate holdings are valued around $15 million. Dave built an empire in Ohio, but it serves a purpose most miss. Dave shops at local Yellow Spring stores. Neighbors recognize him buying groceries and donuts. He's never owned Manhattan penthouses, Malibu compounds, or Rolls-Royce fleets. This isn't poverty, it's deliberate invisibility.
Dave is not afraid to stand in the fire, address the climate, and how he wants to be perceived.
What Dave understood, controlled scarcity is the most powerful position. Society feeds the same lie. Success means hoarding cash. Dave proved real power is the unshakable right to reject.
Chappelle's probably the most successful guy that's genuinely happy.
Yellow Springs isn't where Dave hides. It's where he waits and charges $20 million per appearance. Dave proved one final truth. Dave didn't reject wealth. He redefined it. The $50 million refusal bought something priceless: leverage. Pumping gas in Ohio isn't humility, it's freedom. The luxury lifestyle is a cage, the farm is the throne. Dave proved real wealth isn't what you own, it's what you refuse to sell. You witnessed someone who broke Hollywood rules and won by refusing to play. If this changed your thinking, subscribe. Would you take $50 million but lose creative control? Dave proved the richest person needs money least, reaching for what was important to him. Came back and then still beat the game. The $50 million refusal bought something priceless: leverage. Pumping gas in Ohio isn't humility, it's freedom. The luxury lifestyle is a cage, the farm is the throne. Dave proved real wealth isn't what you own, it's what you refuse to sell. You witnessed someone who broke Hollywood rules and won by refusing to play. If this changed your thinking, subscribe. Would you take $50 million but lose creative control? Dave proved the richest person needs money least.